Hello everyone, and today's video is how to get started in the early game. So I think I'll end this video up until you choose your spot for a base. So from the start you want to explore the outline of the whole map. And also note there is other advanced stuff you could do depending on your character, but I'll keep that for an advanced video later. We'll just keep this at a basic level. So when exploring the map, this will generally take 6 to 8 days depending on what character you are and how often you stop and get sidetracked with stuff. When following the outline, just make sure to gather as you go. So make sure you gather flint, gold, rocks, cut grass, and twigs. When you see it, chances are you can just mine gold as you go. There's always some around the outline of the map. I would recommend not picking up carrots or flowers or niter. Carrots because they can be used later in the game as an emergency food item due to never going bad if not picked. Or we could even use them to make more rabbit hatches later in the game. And flowers I wouldn't pick because the garland, it isn't that great for sanity, and there'll be one less butterfly spawn gone. Hashtag save the butterflies. And I want to pick up niter because you won't need that way until later, like in the summer, so it's just not worth hauling around that early in the game. But make sure to give each butterfly you see a nice slap to get their wings, or even if you're lucky you get some butter. I also want to mention that this guide won't be the best for Wigfrid, mainly because of her meat diet. It's still possible to use it for her. It'll just generally be a bit harder and take a little bit longer than normal. So that being said, I'm going to make a separate video for Wigfrid. If you're a Wigfrid player, stay tuned for that. Once you find the swamp biome, if you don't feel comfortable going through it, you could just walk along the edge for now and just do it at a later time. As long as you're careful, you can just follow the edge and keep moving and nothing will be able to hurt you. So you don't want to make a campfire for quite a while, at least until you set up your base. Instead, just make torches so you can continue the move at night. That way you save time and resources. And for food, as you follow the outline, just eat raw berries, seeds, butterfly wings. You could easily survive off those for the 6 to 8 days until you discover the whole map. Also, I really like to do early game is as I'm following the outline of the map. Once you run into a cave, I like to pop in it and grab however amount of light bulbs and ferns I could get my hands on without spending too much time. Just pop it down there, get all the ones that are nearby, and head back up and continue exploring the outline of the map. And the reason you want to get these two items is because they'll fully rot in 6 days. So by the time you fully explore the outline of the map, you will have a head start on rot for your berry bushes later. And around this time when I get in the cave, I'm usually pretty full, unless you found the cave pretty early, which isn't a bad thing, but let's assume you're full at this point. This is the time I'll build my science machine if I have the right amount of materials, which normally I do. At this point I'll build a shovel, a backpack, pre-craft an alchemy engine, a fire pit, and you could do a lightning rod and some more items for later, like you got gears, you decide to get gears earlier than later. You could pre-craft your refrigerator as well. So this is a really good time to free up some space, and you're getting more space with the bag as well. And just remember to Hulk smash that science machine because you're no longer ever needed again because you have your alchemy engine pre-craft, so you're all set for when you decide to make a base somewhere. So you're going to need a decent amount of logs, rocks, and gold, grass, and twigs. So just make sure you endlessly gather those as you go. You're going to get to a point where you won't really need any more. Just make sure you keep your twigs and grass up because you're going to need to keep making torches. Usually one torch will last like a night and a half early game, but make sure to hammer down pig houses as you see them. There's usually always a ton on the edge of the map. This way you get supplies way faster and have to farm them. That'll give you a head start on building some of the stuff you're going to need. Another thing that goes really well with this strategy of just following the edge of the map is what my buddy Tonic was telling me. When you're doing this, it's really good to find immovable resources. Like when you find the swamp biome, now you know there's going to be reeds there. And so on for like if you find the birch nut forest, don't be afraid to wander off a little bit to see if the pig king is here. Because if you find the pig king, you could work out getting gold early that way. You could also, if you find the pig king early, then that means you'd be able to hammer down a bunch of the pig houses, and then there you go. You're set. You could save yourself some farming time. And he wanted me to mention that if you find a forest, That's a guaranteed Mac Tusk camp. These are resources that you really want to find early, because if you find the Pig King, you found Glomer. If you found the swamp, you know you could get reeds for a bird cage, and you definitely want to find a Tusk camp before winter. And now that you have a shovel, at this point, you're getting closer to exploring the whole map. So, you might want to start digging up berry bushes, so when you get to your base part, you already have your rot almost ready. So now you can get some berry bushes to go along when you set up your base. And right here I got super lucky and found a set piece with a walking cane. Damn. You know, if that happens, you definitely could have saved some time on exploring the map. I only used it for a few seconds and then I was like, I want to play this out as, like, come on, who the hell is going to find one of these? So, I think I have 500 hours in the game and I've only found it once. This was my first time finding it. I didn't want this to mess up the days and the time of how it would normally play out, so I put it away when I kind of thought about that. Once you finally explored the whole map, that's when you could take a look at your map and see what's your best spot to make a base. You want to base this on where resources are that you're most likely going to use, and also where the immovable ones are. In this situation, I chose to go in the desert because there's a dragonfly there, my Tusk camp is close, Pig King isn't too far in case I want to go there, and also Glomer's there. I chose to be close to those things so that way I don't have to go far to farm Tusk in the winter, and I think that was my best spot. Normally I would want to go in the middle of the map, but I have a bunch of water in the middle of my map, which is kind of weird. So I couldn't. Sour. I'm gonna end this video here. I also have the full hour it took me to do this little walkthrough. If you're interested in that, I will have a link in the description and probably a pop-up if you want to see the full walkthrough. This was just a super chopped up version. If people don't have an hour they want to spend watching it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want me to do like the next 8 days, or like, yeah, I guess the next 8 days would be surviving to winter. And then maybe how to survive the winter? I don't know. Let me guys know what you want. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.